Steve Kelly. It's Wednesday night, the 20th of October, 2010. We're at Jean's House of Prayer. And Susan's device promises us uninterrupted recording. I thought I would bring up the topic of people who tend to ask us, well, it seems as though what you Plowshares people are saying all the time is either you do Plowshares or whatever you're doing doesn't really matter. That Plowshares is the only thing going. Well, I just have a response to that in that I think that one of my main motivations, if we were to talk about motivations, about going to these places and risking prison time and all that, is to first of all, to embody the prophetic vision, biblical vision of conversion. And I am feeling that that is very challenging, and yet it's a very good thing to do. But it is not the only thing to do, but I am hoping that good people would be woken up by that. People of faith especially, that believe that Jesus would have nothing to do with war and nuclear weapons. As a matter of fact, taught us a very proactive, nonviolent way of loving our enemies. But through all this, what I'm saying is that the Plowshares is really an embodiment of that biblical vision of conversion. And it is meant to wake up the sleeping giant, the same one, I'm kind of sounding like a broken record, is the same one, the same sleeping giant, that is the people of faith that woke up in the previous century and abolished slavery, which was an institution that was around for thousands of years. People would say was an economic necessity. So I just think it behooves us is that, all right, if the Plowshares is a very good enactment, a very good thing to do, a very good symbolic activity, it's certainly a challenge to any of us is to ask ourselves, well, what am I doing for peace, or am I asleep? Or, God forbid, am I benefiting from the status quo? So it's just a matter of saying, well, all right, if you're not doing Plowshares, the Christian has to ask themselves at all times, am I taking up the cross? And that's how the first century Christians understood the cross. It was a means of keeping Roman subjects in line. If you stepped out of line, you got the cross. It was first century means of execution. That's how the first century church understood it. But also as well, the challenge is to do something. And Gandhi would say, you know, it's just not whatever it is. If you know, ecologically, politically, do something. So the nukes will be here to stay, and they're not going away by themselves unless people take them on, repent of the building of them and production of them and design and all that. It's had its own victims, and the larceny that is the budget, and take them on. Because I think unless we address this pact to kill all life on Earth, nothing really gets addressed. That is not to say that somebody working very hard to prevent you know, the next war, I think that's very apt, but it will eventually lead you to the nuclear weapons. So anyhow, thanks for listening. We'll see. We'll probably all meet. If anyone who's active and committed will probably meet up somehow or another, either in a court or a prison or even on the streets. Thank you.